Alright, so let us see sets in C++. First of all, set is a C++ STL container which is going to store the unique elements. That means will be no duplicate elements will be there. So the elements are going to have only a single copy of each. Then once the set is created, the elements value can't be modified and they are always sorted in order. That means they are always in ascending order or the descending order. So this was set. It is a C++ container used to store the unique elements in short. Then there are types of set, and first of all we will see the set which we are talking about, the basic set. It is going to store unique values, no duplicate elements, then stores in a sorted order, in that means and this is how we are gonna declare our set or create our set. Let's write this on our VS Code. So first of all, if we need to include the set STL, we need to include our header file. So to include the sets header file, we write this include set. Then let's create a namespace also. Then in main, let's first of all create the set. So to create the set, we write set, then the angular braces and the variable name, variable or the set name. So in this case we will write let's say my set and semicolon. Now here in the angular braces we define the data type, the object which we want to create. So let's go for int. In this case we can create a string, long, double, whichever data type we want to contain in our set we will write here. Now the set is created and let's start inserting some elements in the set. So we'll write my set dot insert, and let's insert variable 10, value 10, not variable. Then again let's insert some more. Let's insert 2 this time, or insert let's insert 5, and you see I am inserting in a random order, but as told this will be in a sorted order. So let's just display the set. Okay, so now to transverse in the set or in a vector which we used to do, we use iterator to transverse, right? We create a vector, we create a iterator, and then using the iterator we iterate over the containers. So here also we have the iterator, and to include the iterator I can use this library, this header file, and I have talked detailed about this iterator in my previous video, STL video. You can watch that, but in simple it is going to iterate over the object. So let's use the for loop, and first of all let's create the iterator, and we want the iterator of set type. So we'll write set here, and then these colons, and then we'll write iterator ID. Now this iterator is going to iterate over the set. So we'll write my set dot begin to point over the first element. Then we need to go up to the end. So that means iterator is not equal to my set dot end. We just and also we need to increase the iterator. This iterator is nothing just like a pointer, and we will display the so to display the contents of the iterator, we use the star symbol to dereference it, and let's give a space. Okay, so but we need to include the IO stream for displaying. So we'll write IO stream. Alright, so let's run this and see if we are able to. Yeah. So you see, we first inserted 10, then 2, then 5, then 16. But they are in the proper ascending order, right? In a sorted order. 2, 5, 10, 16. Let's see if I just insert value 10. It is going to be inserted in the set or not? It won't, because it is the set doesn't store the duplicate elements. Great. Now suppose you want to since it is going to store in a ascending order by default, but suppose you want to store in a descending order. So here, when we are creating our set, we can write greater int, and now this is going to store in a descending order. See, 16, 10, right, 2. So let me just put this back again. Also, we can use range based loop also to show the contents. What is this range space? Okay, so we write for, then we write auto I, let's say, call this sign, and we have to go to my set, and we will display the okay. Now we are using the range based. So we can also display like this. Instead of creating this big line, we writing this whole set dot begin, we can use this range based. So we are done. We know what is set now. We know how we gonna insert, and now we know how we can display. These are the basic few things. Now there are some basic functions related to the set, and you can always look. Also, let me just show you one way. If suppose you want to give the size, know the size of the set, we can write my set dot size, and this is gonna give me the size of my set. See, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So also you can refer this official side of C++, where we can get different number of functions, like insert I have told you. Then there is like find, to find some element, get iterator to that element, count, lower bound, upper bound, and all those. So based on your requirement, you can go over these functions. You don't have to remember them all, but you should know that lower bound, upper bound, and these functions are there present in the set. Now let me give you a practical application of using the set. Suppose you want to print number of unique elements. How we can do this? So suppose the problem will be something like this. There will be a number of values which are going to be given. Let's say there is 10, 20, again 10, 20, 10, okay, 11, 12. So we need to print the number of unique elements, which unique means they are not repeated. So of course we can use our set here, because the set stores the unique elements only. So it's not gonna store the repeated elements. And if suppose we want to print the number of unique elements, so we can display the size of the set, right? So, and this way, when you gonna practice, you will know, okay, here we have to use set and like this. Now comes the multiset. It is also the type of set. Multiset, as the name says, multi, it is gonna allow multiple values to be stored. So there is no concept like only unique element will be there. It is going to store multiple values. It is also going to store in a sorted order. That means all other properties of the set which we see here, all these properties are applicable to multiset also. And to use this multiset, we write, instead of set, we write multiset. So let's create here a multiset. So how are we gonna create multiset? Multiset, just like the set, we write multiset, and then write the name my multi set and give the type, let's say int. So now my multiset is created. And multiset allows duplicate element also. So to insert, we just write insert, let's say 10, sort insert, and this also shows in a sorted order, which we will see just. And now I am again inserting 10, which is a duplicate element, and still it is gonna store that duplicate element also. Let's insert one more. This time let's insert 32. Now we want to again we can iterate using iterator. So we can create our iterator like this. In place of set, we can write multiset. Also we can use colon base. Everything will be same. So let me just this time create multiset iterator. So multiset, what type? Int, and colon base, we'll write iterator, and this time let's call iterator. Right. So now we're gonna transfer over this. So we will call the row. So let's start from again. Iterator will point from the beginning. So we'll write my multiset dot begin. Will go up to is not received, reach to n. So dot end and itr plus plus, and we can display the contents by dereferencing it. You see, it is storing in a sorted order, and it's also storing the duplicate elements 10 10. You see, and again if you want to store in a descending, we can use always grid. which we did in the set. If we want to store in a descending order, we can always write the greater int. Okay, so again there are many functions available, and we will see when we encounter them. This was the very basic, and also you can also display the size. You can clear the multiset. Suppose if I want to clear my multiset, I can write my multiset dot and clear. So it's gonna clear, and now if I display my multi-size or size, it will be 0 because it is cleared. So now there is one more, the last one, unordered set, and it is going to store unique values. That means there will be no duplicate elements present. Then it is going to store in any order, and there is no specific order it is going to store, so it generally depends upon the machine to machine. It is implemented using hash, and to create the unordered set we write just like what we used to write set multiset, and we write unordered set int and the data type which we want to create and the variable name. This is how we create unordered set. I think this is enough for the beginning of the set, and as soon as we are encountering the problems we will see how we are using these sets. Alright.